R&B Money.
I had a groupie buddy that he was a groupie of Club Nouveau, and I just never was. Me and we know he's vocal snobs. All of us can be vocal snobs. When they came out with rumors,
I'm not like that.
I was completely.
I
totally was.
On the vocals.
Oh my God.
I was like that too. I didn't like R. Kelly.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, who's this guy singing flat like a lamb
And trying to sound like this person or that person. Get the hell out of here.
Whining.
All of that.
2 years later,
right?
I was
He's like, okay, right? So wait. So in this instance, my friend who was that groupie of them, he went to their show. He followed them to their hotel, like crazy groupie shit. But he always had a tape of my stuff on his person. He gave that tape to J. King. J. King listened to it. Now, this is at the era of Guy. Now, remember, Guy is out now. Now we're talking 88. So Groove Me and all that stuff was out.
Yeah.
So now J. King hears the tape. Now, this is like 2 a.m. I'm still with my mom at my mama's house, right? Get a phone call. Steve's like, I'm here with J. King, and he wants to take your tape. Now, I had just seen a Word Up magazine article talking about how he was beefing with Timex Social Club because of rumors. And all they was fighting and legal. I was like, not that dude. Don't get that dude my tape. And at the exact same time, I had told you I wanted to be on A&M. John McClane was Killing with Janet. With Control was out. John McClane was the guy. He had done Fall Down with Tremaine. So I was like, John McClane gets it. We can do what we do through A&M. And so I'm telling J. King this. J. King is like, what? I will get you a deal at Warner Brothers in 2 weeks if you let me take this tape. And I was like, oh, man. I don't know. And I was like, they having legal problems.
So are you telling him?
I'm telling him.
You're not rocking him with him neither, though?
I'm telling him I'm not sure in this
Okay.
moment. I'm not sure. Then I'm looking around at my mom's little 200 square foot little shack I'm in. And, I'm like, and I'm also getting older and I want to get the hell out of my mom's house, right? So J. King's, he said, I promise you, Benny Medina will sign this if you just let me take this tape. I said, all right, man, all right. And he took it, and literally in 2 weeks, I'm washing dishes in my mama's kitchen. J. King, phone on the wall, one of them old school, put it on my hair. Yeah. J. King's like, you ready to get the hell out of Wichita? I was like, what? He said, Benny Medina signing y'all, it's a wrap. Make a list of all your bills, pay your mama bills, and you out of there. And I moved to Sacramento in 1987.
So what's the name of the group?
The name of the group was Cache.
Cache
Dave Wise was the name. It was me and a
okay. Okay, don't forget what's the whole name?
Cache Dave Wise.
Okay.
Cache what?
Dave
why,
Wise.
nigga?
Because here's why. Because we was trying to fit into the French thing they was doing Nouveau. So it was just me trying to fit into other people's shit.
So you didn't really want to fuck with J. King, but you kind of wanted to take his money. No.
And once you get in, you come and you in. And he thought it was cool.
Respect.
You feel me? Because I just had it at Cache. But he was like, we added the Dave Y because it was like,
Dave
it's French still.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's French still.
Dave Y.
Yeah.
It's supposed to mean unique voice.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I have that album, by the way, that never came out. I have a whole CD of it.
Okay, so y'all signed to Benny Medina.
We signed through Benny. Okay, Jay had an imprint.
Of course.
Called King J Records. So we signed through
Come on,
that.
I know King J Records.
Come on, you feel me?
It's my daddy partner, man.
Come on, man. So we signed, and then I did a whole album for Warner, and it never came out. It was on CD right now. I have the whole CD and everything. I wrote every single song, written, produced by me, and I'm 21. Now, the weirdest thing is we got dropped a couple years later, like 89, a year later.
Y'all was signed for a
minute. For a year. I did the whole record for a year. Then we got dropped because Jay pissed off the wrong people. And we got dropped. His whole thing got dropped. When we got dropped, now, check this. Now I'm struggling to just work and maintain any type of presence in this record business.
Sacramento.
I'm in Sacramento.
Okay.
So thank God people like Derek Allen are there. Raphael Sadiq is there. So there's a lot of energy. And Wayman Tisdale, thank God, was there.
Yeah.
Sacramento King and bass player.
Oh,
we got dropped in 1989 from Warner. And I was devastated because now I'm the boy from Kansas that was supposed to make it.
So let's go into dropped. Was that because you guys had tried to put out music and it didn't work?
No,
or it was just the relationship?
He said it
never came out. He said
it never came out. It was unreleased.
So the relationship just
Jay's
went bad.
relationship with the head person in charge went south.
Just went bad.
And then they dropped his whole thing. And Jay was a real hothead at the time. He'll tell you himself. You already knew, you know what Jay can be like. He'll just threaten to beat your ass, just period. He'll just be like, I'll beat your fucking ass right in here, right now. He was one of them dudes. And so, but said it to the wrong person, dropped the whole thing. So now I'm like, oh shit, I'm just out here in Sacramento, 2,000 miles away from home, broke with no deal, no nothing. So I started panicking and going like, what am I going to do to stay in this business at all? So I started trying to do record business adjacent shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I love Charlie. Let me write something for Charlie Wilson, because at the time they had just had out the record a year before. They had out a song on there called Wednesday Lover.
Mm-hmm.
You know that one? Holy shit. The guy band's Wednesday Lover. If y'all don't know it, look it up. One of the coldest songs ever. And it's still classic sounding right now. So I was like, I could write something in that vein of Wednesday Lover for Charlie. That's when I started writing Weak. But at the exact same time, Shantae Moore was in the camp because she had been signed to Warner Brothers through Benny too. So we all lived in Sacramento in the same place. So I got kicked out of my apartment for reasons because of maybe cheated on somebody that I was close to, and then I didn't have a place.
So you were in a relationship
kind of
that involved lodging.
The girl that was in the group that we was in, Cache. We grew up together, so she was like my childhood.
Right, but she was handling the lodging.
No, we both were, because we were both signed together. Right. So we were in that situation.
But at a certain point, your money ran out.
Money
ran
out,
money.
and I met a new person, and she caught me with that person. So I was instantly out the house. So boom.
Yeah,
so
because in order for her to kick you out the house, I'm just trying to do the math.
I'm out.
I'm
just get the fuck out. She had a job.
There we go. That's what waiting on.
That part. She had a fucking
job. Talking about all this adjacent shit.
Yeah. She had a job. Right.
For bringing y'all no money.
Right. She was paying the rent.
She was paying the rent at that moment. So here's the deal. So I had to go.
Hold on.
Literally,
not only did he not have a job, he also cheated.
And I cheated.
Without a job.
Without a job.
How you hold up? How you cheat without a job? You can't cheat without a job.
Not good. So that's how I ended up without a place to stay.
And then you ended up without a place to stay.
That's how you ended up without a place to stay. So now look who took me in, though. It all goes back to Jay again, because Rumors was by Timex Social Club. The song, How Do Rumors Get? So the guy that actually did the music on that, his name is Alex Hill. Alex Hill is my best friend. He let me literally move in with him in this apartment in this place called Park City. Shantae lived in that same apartment, Shantae Moore. So I lived there, and I wrote Weak in his bedroom using his equipment. Okay? So it's all crazy. But I'm writing it for Charlie, but I'm writing it about Shantae, because that's the whole scenario that was happening. Like, there's no way in the world I could ever get with her, but the energy was there. So the Weak is about not getting with her. Whereas Shirley Murdoch's As We Lay is about after.
Right.
Mine is about we can't. Never. So that's the difference between those two joints. But I'm writing it from the same.
Did you ever? Does she know the song was about her?
Of course. She talked about it on Questlove's podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
great.
no. Oh yeah.
Great.
But it's coming from a real place, and now I'm devastated, and then I also I don't have a place to stay. It's all bad. So I'm just trying to get on Charlie's joint. So that didn't happen. I don't know. I never submitted it to Charlie. I was maybe fearful that he wouldn't like it. I couldn't take the rejection from one of my heroes. So I just never submitted it. In that interim, waiting on that to happen, Martha Wash did a couple. Martha Wash, the dance diva, amazing. She had done a couple records that I absolutely loved. Everybody. What? Her voice, you don't belong to me. What? So I loved her. Always loved her. And then C&C had their problems with her where they didn't use her in the video, and she got, she sued them. She won a record deal out of it. She was on RCA. So I said, there goes my opening. I've always loved Martha Wash. I can write for her.
But you knew her. You didn't know her, though.
Didn't know her at all.
Didn't know her, though.
Didn't know her at all.
Okay.
But I had, when I was 12 years old, I used to DJ for the white kids in my school in lunchtime. One of my biggest records I played in 78 when I was 12 was Disco Heat by Sylvester. Martha was in the background on that record. It's killing the background. So I was like, I always wonder, who was that voice in the background? It was her. And so it just stuck with me. So I always felt her spiritually in my heart. I felt her. And then with Everybody Dance Now was so huge in 90. Everybody Dance Now. I was like, okay, I'm about to write some joints for her just to try to have income, right? So I wrote 5 joints and I sent them, and I did them on the demo, little cassette, sent them to her management. I get a phone call. It's her manager, Doug Kibble, rest in peace. Doug Kibble called me and goes, somebody wants to talk to you. He puts Martha Wash on the phone. She goes, I don't know who you are or where you are. She said, but them 5 songs you sent, can you come to New York? And we're recording all 5 of those. And my whole life changed